That's how we do it. The one thing that has been kept a secret. Grand Rising, my sister, we just started this. Can you share the live? Share the live with at least 3 people. We're going to be starting this thing today. Every time we start the live, we got to start it off with something that's going to challenge our brain. Okay. What has been kept from us is that when you listen to certain music, it changes the state of your brain. Okay? This is called Baroque classical music. I learned it from my organization, right? And when you listen to certain things, it changes your brain and it gets you into an alpha state. So that's just how we started off today. We got to get into a goddamn alpha state. That's what time it is today. Can we have some things to learn? Some things to teach? That's what we're here for today. Let's get our people up here. I'm going to be sharing you all a couple of things. It's right here. There we go. There we go. This is how we start this off. We're going to show you this. It's us. Look, it's us. Look, don't it look the same? Okay, now we almost there. They're going to be like, what kind of music is this? What type of shit is this? We almost there. We're going to be talking about this today. This and this. Our own shit. Okay? There we go. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're good. Hello, my beautiful sister. Let me see. Thank you for being up in here. I think pretty soon, because usually when we start these lives, let's be sure to like the live. Be sure to like the live, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some visitors pretty soon. They join every time. And our visitors, they come out the caves, right? So they are known as the caveman race. And every time we go live, they're intruding our private space because they have feared that we have now realized the true identity of our own people. And they know that what we're going to be doing is rebuilding our kingdom. And that means by us rebuilding our kingdom, someone else's kingdom has to come to an end, right? 2 kingdoms cannot exist at the same time. They know that. There's only space for one, not 2. It don't exist. We tried that. We tried to have 2 kingdoms that existed at the same time. And they said, you motherfuckers, we're going to have to tear your kingdom down, guys. Stabbed us in the whole back. Got rid of our ancestors. And then they said, we finna rename your land to the United States. And we like, damn, man. Then they renamed the land. Then they said, shit, we finna change the story now. They said, matter of fact, your ass is from Africa. You are a motherfucking African. That's what they said. And we looking at the books and we like, shit, when did I start coming from Africa? I ain't never heard that. They said, well, you started coming from Africa in the year of 1492. We like, damn, I can't even go back that far, man. We looking at all the records. We asking our family members. They had to put a long year so we could never, realize that they was lying. Then they changed. They said, you know what? It wasn't 1492. It was actually 1619. They said, yeah, you got here in 1619. Matter of fact, we got your ass off a slave ship. And that's what they told us. And we just soaking it all in, believing it. I'm here to introduce you today that the days of us calling ourselves African Americans have now come to an end. It's time to end that completely. We're not Africans. And I want you to know that every person who is non-black wants you to feel lesser than. They want you to degrade yourself. Are we going to go for that? Are we going to walk around our whole life becoming degraded? Exactly. We're not Africans. Are we going to allow these motherfuckers to degrade us? When they call your ass African, they say you are a motherfucking peasant-ass slave. I'm going to degrade your ass. And that's what they saying. Especially the motherfuckers who dating outside their own species. They start dating with these motherfuckers, right? And when you start dating with them, they degrade you every goddamn day. You said, look at Atlanta, exactly. Look at Chicago, yes. Are we going to allow ourselves to continue to be degraded? Or are we going to put that to an end? I believe now, today in the year of 2025, what day is it? It's June what? June the 21st, 2025. The days of us being degraded will come to an end. It's over now. We've realized that this is our kingdom, this is our land, and we're going to rebuild our kingdom. And we will not allow anyone else to get in the way. Let me see what we got over here. We don't allow anybody to hop up in here. All right? If we have any of the cavemen who try to hop up in here, they can exit their ass out the live now. I'm going to need moderators. If any of you, my Tamericans, if any of my Tamericans wants to be moderator, put in the chat. I will make you a moderator. Only for Tamericans, that's it. Now, nobody else. Exactly. We need independence from these goddamn Europeans. Yes, we do. Exactly. Let me see. Who else we got up in here? This is my family. Yes, my Tamericans. Do we have one of the cavemen up in the chat? They said we look angry. Shit, we supposed to be angry. This is the question. They call a lot of us angry, but here's my question. If you are one of my sisters, my beautiful sisters, would you want your man to be friendly with everybody? Friendly as hell. Friendly motherfucker. Friendly as shit. You see, he let everybody walk all over him. He's never angry a day in his life. Would you want your man to be that? Or would you want his ass to be angry? He could take another motherfucker out if he asked to. You see what I'm saying? What would you want your man to be? And we supposed to be masculine as men? Not no feminine. We cannot be walking around as feminine ass men. We can't have that shit no more. No, that's over with. That was back in the goddamn early 2000. That was 2012. When Barack Obama was in office. That's when we had the feminine ass males. You see what I'm saying? But now it's a different day and time. We need to create our own office. And we'll put the masculine men back in power. They specifically take every masculine man out of the movies so they can turn all of our sons into some feminine ass motherfuckers. Exactly. You gonna always be angry and ready. Exactly. We ready. They don't like when we scream. They say, oh, black people do too much. Motherfucker, I got a whole soul. You see what I'm saying? If you don't have a soul, that means you don't have any emotion. And these, they trying to copy us. All these cavemen trying to copy us. Everything that we do, that's just natural, my man. It's natural. Cherokee and Blackfoot, exactly. They are afraid of our rage. Yes, they know. I had to beat a couple of their asses up when I was growing up. I said, let me just start whooping their ass. Hey, we had to. You know what I'm saying? Punch them in their shit. See, we had to, man. Over here degrading us. We will no longer be degraded. I need a moderator. I need one of the moderators in the chat. Let me see, because just in case we don't need any of these Caucasians and Siberians up in our environment. All right? Because I know a lot of us, we're very welcoming and friendly, but that has worked against us. And it has allowed our kingdoms to be overran by being so friendly and nice. You see, we had to put that to an end. Right? So what we're going to be talking about, and I believe a couple of you, if you wanted to, you can look this up. The Kingdom of Temeri is now on Google. If you go on Google, you look up the Kingdom of Temeri, you're going to see our ads. Congratulations, my Tamericans. Congratulations. We're on Google now. See, it's a good day in time. We're on Google. You look up the Kingdom of Temeri, you're going to see us. And these motherfuckers is running through everywhere. They're like, oh, shit. Kingdom of Temeri, shit is on Google, man. Take it down, take it down. They're trying their hardest. The Kingdom of Temeri. They're trying their hardest to take us down. And it's the fact that when I started looking up Kingdom of Temeri, after I looked it up, I scrolled down a little bit. I saw Kingdom of Temeri cult. I said, what? Kingdom of Temeri cult? What type of shit is that? Motherfuckers saying that we a cult for saying that we the Kingdom of Temeri. Motherfucker, that's a whole kingdom. How you gonna call our shit a cult? They scared. They trying any tactic. They trying their absolute best to tear us down and degrade us. I'm like, motherfucker, we just started. We just found out that our shit's called the Kingdom of Temeri. Didn't we just find that out? That we the whole Tamericans. Is that they cannot stop us, but they trying their hardest. Where's the kingdom? The kingdom is right here. Let me show you. The kingdom is a little bit backwards. This is the shape of the United States. But it was not called the United States. It was called the Kingdom of Tamari. And they said, oh, damn, the motherfuckers, they have their own maps now, man. We have to stop them. Motherfucker, you ain't stopping shit. Many of us are returning back to this planet. This is not your first lifetime. Okay? For many of you, this is your second lifetime or third lifetime because there was a war that took place. Many of us, we died and we had to come back. Okay? So I want to say welcome back, my Americans. Welcome back. We can never die. They had us believing in death. This is your 50th lifetime. Exactly. They had us believing that when we die and shit, we gonna go to an invisible ass heaven and shit. We gonna go up the staircase and we gonna die. Right? They telling us all of this. But why didn't they tell us that we simply just instead we come back? We have souls, my family. Every single one of us is incarnated with a soul. They don't have souls. You see, that's why they ain't got no rhythm, no move. Like they ass boring as shit. They be like robots. Now let me show you. When they ass be dancing and shit, right? They be like this. They be like a motherfucking robot. And they looking at us. They like, damn, these black people can dance. Like I need to start copying their ass. They copy our songs, copy our dances, copy everything because we simply have souls. Because every single one of you has a soul, all you do is you reincarnate every time. You don't turn into no motherfucking bug like they taught us. We don't turn into no bug. We turn into another being every time. Thank you for the gift, my family. Every time we turn into another being. Even our hair, the hair that's on top of our head. Yes, this is connection to the universe. That's why they want us to cut it off. Bald and shit. We ain't finna be walking around bald. You see what I'm saying? So they've simply lied to us to keep us away from taking our power back. I have no idea. We got these motherfuckers up here. I need a moderator because they ass is going crazy. These motherfucking cavemen, they always invading our space. Can I get a moderator? I type in the chat. I'm going to make one of you a moderator. Or just any of my Tamaricans. Any of my Tamaricans. I'm going to make you a mod. Let me see. The Tamaricans only. You know. My beautiful sister, let me follow you back. You are now a moderator. Boom. We need a couple of our Tamaricans. We got another one. Let me see. Double check. All right, moderator. There we go. Right? Because the truth is, and if you look what happened in the 1960s, right? Remember they taught us about some 1960s? In the 1960s, we had a few movements, right? We had these movements. But in every single one of these movements, we had Tamaricans having kumbaya with the motherfucking cavemen. They over here walking, holding hands and shit, talking about, we didn't have equal rights. And they holding hands. Oh yeah, everybody, we want to have some equal rights. What I'm here to tell you, motherfucker, fuck your equal rights. We don't want no goddamn equal rights. We want our land back. You see what I'm saying? We want our land back. Ain't no goddamn equal rights. This is our whole land. Why the hell am I begging for permission? Why are we asking for permission from motherfuckers who took over our land? Exactly. Why? Why we gotta beg a motherfucker? I asked my mom this because she said, Tassim, why we gotta beg them? This is our shit. Why we gotta beg them? Every day we begging and asking for permission. This our whole land. Why we begging they ass? You see? So I said, look, the days of having kumbaya with the whites and blacks, all that shit, hell no, we ain't doing that shit no more. We have woken up out the sleep. They did the same thing in every country. It don't matter, you go to the United States, you go to Haiti. Haiti, they are welcoming all the white people. I was in goddamn Nairobi, Kenya. I hopped off the plane. I'm up in the airport. I see all the white motherfuckers from France. Big ass line. Right? Huge. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers took over Kenya now? So they ain't just take over United States. They up in Kenya too. Like, damn, these motherfuckers is everywhere. That's crazy, man. Exactly. Why we begging for this land? Like, this our shit. And let me see, do we got one of these cavemen up here? Get their ass up out of here too. You know what I'm saying? We have to. The days of Kumbaya are coming to an end. Also, we have a few of the cavemen lurking, so feel free to like the live, because what they be doing, they join the live, they be reporting and shit. They be like, oh, report, they're taking over. They're too strong, man, report. They be spamming the button, report, please. Spamming buttons. That's what they be doing. They always talk about we need to start uniting with the motherfucking Caucasians and shit. Thank you. Yes. So what we're going to be doing today is we're simply going to be talking about the Kingdom of Temeri. Damn, they joined it fast too. They joined it fast. We are talking about the Kingdom of Temeri today. Okay? The kingdom. I want you to know that every single one of you is a descendant of a person who comes from a kingdom. None of you descend from a slave ship. None of you descend from Africa. You simply descend from this land, and that's it. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate all of my people. Let me see, just in case. We gotta make sure. Every single one of us, we descend from the people of Temeri. Every single one of us. Thank you, my sister. Every single one of us. And what they have done when we were younger, they knew this, and I'm gonna tell you a science to it. If they can destroy the way that you think about yourself at a young age, right? Make you feel as if you're lesser than, make you feel like you're worthless and useless. If they can destroy the way that you look at yourself, they can destroy any achievements that you do. Okay? This is why many of our people are shooting each other, because they have destroyed our self-image at a very young age. Right? Ever since 5 years old, they said you were a motherfucking slave from Africa. You ain't shit. You worthless piece of shit. And as we read in the history books, we like, damn, I'm a worthless, useless piece of shit. Right? And we think like, I don't think my people can do anything. I don't think that there's anything good about my people. They brainwash us all. And then when we start reading these books, we see everything you read about one of us is bad, but everything you read about them is good. Everything. They say shit, white people invented everything. They said motherfucker invented the light bulb. Well, I can show you a damn light bulb. I got a light bulb behind me. Show you a light bulb. They said, yeah, white Caucasian motherfucker invented this. They said he also invented the computer, the TV, the phone, everything in your house invented by a Caucasian. And we look and we like, damn, what did our own people, what did the Tamericans invent? Right? And we look and we like, did we invent anything? They said, yeah, you motherfuckers invented some peanut butter. That's what they gave us. They said, you created peanut butter. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, shit, these motherfuckers invented everything, but we invented some goddamn peanut butter? Like, it tastes good and all, but that's it, motherfucker? Some damn peanut butter? What type of shit is that? George Washington Carver, yeah, motherfucker invented peanut butter. That's the only thing that we Americans invented. That's what they taught us. And it made us feel as if we're incapable of inventing anything. And this is why most of the inventors in the 2000s, like we talking about right now, the most of the app creators are some goddamn Caucasians. Because everything that they was taught in history class was that they are creative beings and they're intelligent and they're inventors. And everything that we was taught is that we're some slaves. You see? Thank you, my sister. Only thing we was taught, we was some slaves. So as we grow up, we like, damn, man, I'm a slave. Shit. And then when we coming back into our history, realizing that we weren't slaves, then they said, shit, we need to start hiring some Africans now. We need to start making some museums so we could really keep that image going. So they're hiring the motherfuckers in Ghana, right? Hiring their whole life. They said, look, we're going to give you Ghanaians $100 billion, right? We need you to create some goddamn slave museums because we don't need these motherfuckers taking their goddamn kingdom back. So I'm going to pay your ass to create the slave museum. We're going to put chains, create some pictures, some statues. We want these motherfuckers to believe that they some slaves their whole life. We cannot have them waking up. They had that. And it wasn't, it was the guy named President. It wasn't the people, because the people ain't got the money to do that. It was the guy named President. They hired his ass, gave his ass, hey, look, here you go. They broke him some bread. You know how he breaks some bread? Here you go. 100 million or 100 billion. Make some slave museums, motherfucker. Make that shit. And then when you try to say that you're not a slave, they say, look at him, Google, man. You guys are slaves. Hello, my sister. Welcome to the live. I appreciate you all, my sister Venus. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you all. And that is how we view ourselves, as if we are nothing but a slave. Okay, so they destroyed us when we was young. So what we have to do today is we have to rebuild ourselves. We got another one of the Siberians up in this motherfucker. Let's get his ass up out of here. You see what I'm saying? Every time we try to break off the chain, they say, look, let's start invading their private space, man, please. We cannot allow them to wake up. Exactly, they're making AI photos now. They say shit, AI slave photos. That's what they doing. They created a whole DNA test, right? And I wrote this shit down because people, they just got to be honest. Every goddamn DNA test is fake. We're not finna use those words. What's the words they use? They said it is used for education purposes only. No, motherfucker, it's just fake. It's fake. That's it. Just admit it. It's fake as hell. They get a little toothpick, wipe inside of your mouth, right? Boom, put it in a damn bag, and your ass is from West Africa. They don't have to look at nothing. Just handing out toothpicks. All right, West Africa. West Africa, all their ass up. And they just handing it out. And they use a website. They created a website to support the narrative and the agenda. Okay? So what I said on the previous live is they have spent $100 billion per year on making us feel as if we're inferior and slaves. $100 billion every single year. These motherfuckers spend their hard-earned money on making us believe that we from West Africa. That's what they all doing. You see? Sub-Saharan Africa. They just start giving out names and shit. We like, look, motherfucker, I was just in Africa. Ain't nobody in Africa had locks. Like, I was just there. I ain't seen a single person with locks. I was just there. I'm like, shit, everybody is bald. I said, fuck. I said, ain't nobody got hair up in this motherfucker. Where they hair at? I said, how the hell I come from over there? How? That don't make no damn sense. It don't. Our hair. So I'm just here to let you know that yes, the entire U.S. government has been spending money every single year on making us believe that we are slaves. They have been spending $100 billion on miseducating us and our children. And I want to ask you all the question, are we going to continue to allow that? Are we going to continue it? Would you going to let them miseducate us? Miseducate? Would you going to keep on letting it happen? Or are we going to put an end to it? Exactly. Hell no, we is not going to allow that shit to happen. So what we're going to do about it, the first thing, we cannot say too much because they have to be watching every goddamn live that we do. But this is what we can say today, okay? Yes, exactly. Yes, it is coming. They thought that we was finna be some cowards. And hell no, we ain't no goddamn cowards. We know what the hell is coming. They time is up. Right? They whole time is up. Let me see. Not only us, but the race. Let me see. Exactly. All of us has been miseducated. And not only that, in the midst of it, we have a couple of these black people. And I said it before. I said these black people who are talking against us, every single one of them is a member of two secret societies. Okay? One is called the Freemasons. You've probably heard that name. But another one is called the YPO, Young Presidents Organization. Okay? It's about 4 times out of the year, these motherfuckers, they come together, they have an event, they stay in a hotel, and these motherfuckers, their whole agenda is to team up and to get the black people to degrade the rest of their people and to make money out of it. Right? So they making money off of degrading us. At the end of the day, motherfucker, you still one of us. I don't give a damn how much they paying you. You see, at the end of the day, you're still one of us. So once they don't need you no more, they gonna kick your ass to the side, throw your ass in prison, and now what the fuck did you do to help your people? Nothing. That's motherfucking Jesse Jackson. We heard of his name. He was one of them. Worked for the goddamn Caucasians, did his job, had his African American ass slaves, and now they killed his ass, and now it's a wrap. Tap the screen, yes. Let's get this like to 100K, yes. Let's get this to 100K, my people. So, I might have to change some words, but we're going to talk about this today. Many of you have asked, okay, what are we going to do about it? We know that we're no longer African slaves. This is our land. We're not Africans. What are we going to do about it, okay? And the simple thing that we have to do about it, everything starts off with the youth, okay? The youth. That is Generation Z and Generation Alpha. Generation Z starts off in 1997 and then it ends off in 2013. And the Generation Alpha is from 2013 to now. Okay? So if we are to change what's happening, we have to know that it's up to us helping our future generations. That is our youth. I have family members. I have a younger sibling. They are the youth. And what we have to do is we have to know this, that they are going to be the future of our nation. And if we are to rebuild our kingdom, we have to educate them on who they are. And that starts off with us, a couple of us, removing them from their schools. Completely. Removing them. We have to. They're lying to us. If you're not able to do it, remove your children, then we have to build a school for the ones who cannot afford it. Okay? We don't need none of us going to their goddamn schools. None of that shit. Throwing it out. It's in the trash now. We don't need to be in none of their schools. We no longer learning lies. Okay? They started me off this when I was 9 years old. Many of you don't know, thank you, my family. Look, hey, we the Pharaoh. And look at the hair. The hair is the exact same as the Pharaoh. We are those pharaohs. That's who the hell we are. We are the motherfucking pharaohs. Thank you. That's who we are. Yes. That is who we are. So simply, yes, what we have to do is if you're not able to afford to remove your child out of their schools, then we have to create new schools. Okay? These schools, they will start off online, but then we're going to build physical schools so the children can go to every single day. 5 days a week, you should be in our schools learning from us. You ain't no African slave. You're a whole ass American. You see? That's the first step. Before you do anything, education is the first step. Ain't that what they did with us? Just think about it. Didn't they brainwash us, call us African, all the slave images, had us believing that we were slaves at a young age? So the way to fix it is we have to replace what we teach our children. Okay? It might take some time. I'm not saying it's going to be overnight. Let's say it do take 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Right? It took their ass a whole 200 years to do it. All right? Maybe it might take 20 years. Right? I was born in 2000. That's when I came back into this planet. So I was born in the year of 2000. I am one of the returning ancestors. By the time 20 years from now hits, I will be 44 years old. 20 years. I'm 24 right now. I'll be 44 then. Exactly. It's working with them. Right? But even before we're talking about uniforms and artillery, the first step is education. Because you have to know what the hell you're fighting for. You don't just go out and fight. Like, you have to have a purpose and a reason. Every single one of us. There has to be a reason, a purpose behind it. Okay? Even when you're in the military and all of that, they have classes that the soldiers are required to go to. We got another one of these motherfuckers up in here. Let's get their ass up out of here. We don't need them talking in none of our spaces. Yes, Tamari Military School. Hey, that would be a beautiful thing. Imagine we had that. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Just like they had with us in other countries. When you're in another country, and if you're a male, if you're the age of 18, you're required to serve in the military just for 1 year. Okay? Especially if you live in Singapore. Right? That's one of their requirements. I'm just saying, why can't Tamari do the same goddamn thing? Imagine we had our own marching bands. You know, imagine we bringing the drummer line back. Imagine we had that. But we can't have that. Thank you for getting these goddamn cavemen up out of our private spaces. This is ours. I appreciate the moderators. Thank you, my brother and sister. So, yes, the first thing that we must simply do is we must educate our youth. That is Generation Z and Generation Alpha. We have to know that they are very important. Okay, very important. We have to educate Generation Z and Generation Alpha. We have to. And the best way to educate them is by creating new textbooks. Yes, we do have to get everybody inside the Discord. If you are inside of the live, I need you to DM me because I'm going to invite everybody, including the moderators. I need to invite every single one of you to a Discord because this is how we talk amongst each other when we're not live. This is how we build our community, and eventually we're going to have our own new school. Okay? New school. Completely new school. I believe that every child, they should get free textbooks. Right? So for the children, these books will be free for them. Okay? Yes, we do need our own private space. Yes, we do. Our own private space. So it all starts with us educating our youth. And the best way that you can educate our youth is with textbooks. Okay? I know many of our Americans or Tamaricans, we believe that people or children do not read physical books, you know. They have taught us that, right? They taught us that everything is digital. But what I'm here to tell you is textbooks are still used today. Okay, this ain't no old school. This is not old school at all. We need physical textbooks. This is not old school. This is the most effective way on teaching anybody. Is that my real hair? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But we got another one of the goddamn cavemen up in this motherfucker. They surprised. They're like, damn, these Tamaricans, they got some long hair like shit. They're like, damn, I can't even get my hair like that. My hair come from the caves. That's what they said. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yes, the most effective way, nothing will replace paperback and hardcover. Exactly, nothing is going to replace paperback and hardcover, okay? So simply, the most effective way on teaching our next generation is we have to have textbooks. I started off with one, and I said that this is the first generation of our textbook. First edition. You might be looking at it like, damn, this book is small. Like, it ain't got enough pages. I will still be writing it. But for the time being, we have to start bringing in income for our people. Okay, so we can let it all be known. We have to get these textbooks into the public. We sold maybe 20, 30. We need to start selling hundreds of these textbooks. Because once we have hundreds of these books into our people's hands and we start sharing this shit on TikTok, motherfuckers is finna start freaking out. They like, damn, the planet was stolen for black people. Like, this shit is everywhere. Like, damn. Because I know many of us have been saying it, but we ain't never had no physical ass book that said the whole title. The whole planet was stolen from us, not just everything. Motherfuckers they invaded America, Canada, Mexico, invaded every goddamn thing. They started getting rid of all the black people. And then they replaced us with they ass. You see what I'm saying? We got another one of these motherfuckers up here. They always hating this shit. Like, you could go read your own goddamn Native American books. But you up in here because nobody's buying them shits. They're boring. We don't like your motherfucking books. You see, I ain't never decided in my life I'm going to go read a Native American book. Like, ain't nobody give a damn about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Navajos, all of that. Yeah, my family, they look to the stars. They say they following the stars and shit. And then we've never been interested in their books. We've never decided, look, one day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to just start looking up their pages. They do that for us. Exactly. They're bored because they are bored, exactly. So they have to come to our space because we always entertain it. We make anything fun. Right? So yes, with that being said, the first thing that we must do is very important, is we have to teach and educate our next generation. Okay? We have to. If you are a person who wants to be an author, because I know many of our people are intelligent, very intelligent. If you need help on writing a book, Tassim Daliza, I can help you. I will show you exactly how we created our own book. Where to publish it. We don't even have to publish it on Amazon because that motherfuckers is not the best. We have other printing companies that we can use so you can publish your own book. If you need help, DM me. DM me, I get you into the Discord, and then I will show you how to create your own book. We have to teach our next generation. It's so important. So important, so important. So it's very important. Then we had a bunch of them joining up here. That's crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is so important, very. So our first step is this. The first step is, I need you, whoever's up in here, I need you to DM me, get inside of our Discord, okay? And the next step is I need you to get a copy of this book yourself. When you receive your book, I need you to make a TikTok video with the hashtag Tamari and Tamarikins. You see? And once you have that, you might receive some comments. The book is $29. Right? $29 book. It ain't no black and white. I'm like, look, we can't do no black and white no more. Like, that shit is ass. We need to do a whole color. Right? So it's a textbook. It has multiple choice questions and images. Right? You see the motherfuckers up in here? These are the cavemen. They walking up into our goddamn land taking our shit. And they said we all the same race. No, we not. Like, get your lying ass on. Thank you. Yes. We have to... Yes, once you receive your book, I want you to... You could either make a post it on your story, tag me, and I'm gonna repost it. But we have to let our people know that we are waking up. The motherfucking Tamarikins have woken up. We're no longer asleep anymore. Thank you. Yes, tag me, my sister. And it says this in the book. This is the first edition. Our second edition is going to be much more pages. When I complete the full book, because I'm still writing, it just takes time. Okay? The full book is going to be over 200 pages. It's going to be a thick, a textbook, right? Big old textbook. You see? And all of that shit talking that they've been talking, it's going to come to an end. There were two creations, U.S. for his image and the artificial race. Exactly. The artificial race. And that ain't us, that's them. You buy it at thisplanetwasstolen.com. So the textbook is called This Planet Was Stolen from Black People. It's called thisplanetwasstolen.com. And when you get it, you get your little... You know how we got the little... You got, right? You scan it. When you're at the store, you scan a little barcode. And then you have... It says Tamari Education. Right? So Tamari Education that is our company. We need to have our own educational companies. Right? So when we were in school, many of us didn't know. If you look at the back of the textbook, they had their own companies. One of them was called McGraw-Hill. Right? Houghton McGraw. Is that Rashad Jamal? Yes, Rashad Jamal, he's one of the teachers. We learned some stuff from him too. Put him on the book. Right? He said it himself, and I appreciate him. We have to write books for our own people. Yeah, Rashad Jamal, he's also inside of the book. Let me show you. My man is right here. Right? This is him. Hey, he was teaching a lot of us. So we owe him his own page inside of the textbook. Yes, we do. This is one of my teachers as well. Exactly, me as well. This is one of our teachers. So, yes, he is in the book. And simply, what they do is, if any of us are teaching, and we do it at a high level, they try to shut us down. Okay? But for many of our people, especially in time, they did not create their own books. You know, you look at the Black Panthers, not a single one of them has created a book. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Even though Martin Luther King, he was motherfucking passive as hell. They start getting rid of his people. He say, turn the other cheek. We got a Caucasian up in here. Motherfucker, decline. Your ass cannot join our goddamn live. I don't give a damn. You see what I'm saying? I don't even give a damn if you're a nice Caucasian. You could join the Caucasian live. You see what I'm saying? We're not going to be delusional anymore. This is our space. All right? This is for us. So yes, Rashad Jamal is inside of this, the textbook. Actually, we could type it in the chat. thisplanetwasstolen.com. Let me type that in the chat. They don't let me put the word dot, so I'm going to put thisplanetwasstolen.com. This is the website that you can get our textbook at. Once you receive yours in the mail, I need you to make a TikTok story, or you can make an Instagram story, and simply put the hashtag Tamari or hashtag thisplanetwasstolen. We're going to blow up the whole goddamn app. Like, we finna be every goddamn where. I mean, let's pin this. We finna be everywhere. They're like, damn, shit. And everybody's gonna get their book. And what happens is this. When you start having books in your household, there's a reason why every single wealthy person has books in their household, okay? Books have energy, right? Every single word that's inside of the book has an energy or a vibration. It has energy, okay? By you having this book, without even you reading it, it's giving off a signal. And what your brain is doing is your brain is picking up the signal. Unconsciously, you don't even know, like it's just in the house, your brain is picking up signals. If you have children, your children are picking up the signals that's inside of the book. They don't even got to read it. They don't have to. But it is simply waking up the minds, and pretty soon all of us are going to know that this planet was stolen from us. Entire planet. Whole planet. Right? And yes, our land is called Tamari. They renamed it to the United States. So we do have to build a new kingdom. They don't let us say too much because they be up in the lives and watching this shit. But we do have to rebuild our kingdom. We have to. Yes, it was stolen from so-called black people, yes. The only reason why I put black people is because I'm like, look, that's where our people is at right now. All right, so we just got to reach them where they at. So yes, you can find it on thisplanetwasstolen.com. Once you get yours, it'll be received in the mail. We're going to post this shit all over TikTok. Everywhere. Okay? Everywhere. All of our people are going to see it. Just imagine. Imagine this. Imagine that you wake up one day and let's say that we see 1 million motherfuckers posting this goddamn book. Okay? What you think is finna happen? Because you look back in the day, we didn't have our own books. Just think about it. We might have heard some speeches. We heard speeches from Malcolm X. Yeah, we heard a speech, but where the book at? Like, I'm trying to get your goddamn knowledge. Where the book at? I guarantee you, if he wrote the book, we would have been took the whole shit back. A long time ago. If we had our book. Right? Because not everybody could listen to the speeches like, hey, my man, I'm trying to learn something. Pin the link. Let me do that again. Let me pin the link again. thisplanetwasstolen.com. Pin this comment. Oh, wait, wrong one. You're welcome. You're welcome. My God, let me pin it right here. Pin this comment. Wait, am I not able to pin it? It don't even let me. Let me try it again. Cause they don't let us put. Do they let us put a link up in here? Cause I tried to put .com. It didn't allow me. I tried this yesterday. This planet was stolen, and I'm gonna put com. There we go. And then we're gonna pin it. Hey, I pinned you on it. I don't know why I pinned you. How I change that? You'll just inbox me? Okay, thank you. I'm trying to pin it. It says 12 seconds. There's like a little timer on it. You're gonna try it. There's like a little timer, and then I believe 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and then we can pin it again. All right, there we go. It literally does not let me. I'm trying my absolute hardest. Do they not like our name? Let me just put This Planet Was Stolen. That's the website. This Planet Was Stolen. We put website and then pin our own comment. It is .com. They literally don't even let me pin a comment. That's crazy. They don't let me. I don't know why. But yes, thisplanetwasstolen.com is where you can get your textbook, This Planet Was Stolen from Black People at, okay? If you are in here, I need you to get your book. You're going to receive it in the mail. Right? You'll receive, let me show you. You receive one of these. Look just like this. Look just like this. Right? Paperbacks. These are going to be everywhere. Once we have this, and here's the thing. I know many of us have started debating with these goddamn Caucasians in the comments. And not really Caucasian. We've been debating with the goddamn Siberians and Hispanics. Yes, we have. But the only thing that they resort to is this. They say, well, if this is your land, well, where's your tribal card? Where's your tribal card? I have my tribal card. I paid the $5. Right? So they get the goddamn tribal card. Because the one thing that it does, we don't have to believe in it, but it makes it, it solidifies it. So basically, it makes it proof that this is who you are. By having a card, all it does is makes it proof of who you are. Okay? Now it becomes real. Many of us, we might have heard that we are the Indians and the American Indians by our family members, but they have made jokes about it. They say, all black people, all of y'all from Cherokee and Blackfoot, y'all ain't nothing, Wabos and all that motherfucking shit. You see what I'm saying? And we just really, they exactly. So, but if we had a physical card, physical passport that said the Kingdom of Temeri, what could they say? Just think about it. What could they say? They say, where you from? That bitch says Kingdom of Temeri. You pull the goddamn card out. What can they say? They gonna be like, oh shit, I need to sue his ass. Motherfucker be trying to sue us because we got our own shit that says the Kingdom of Temeri. Hey, like a motherfucker. They're like, oh shit, they're not slaves no more. They woken up. Yes, we woken up. We got another one of these goddamn Caucasians up here. You can get your ass up out of here. Let me see. Boom. There we go. And then mute everything that you say. Fantastic. They gotta be up in their own goddamn space. You're not welcome in our private space. You see what I'm saying? But yes, if we had our own, they know who we are and why they try to demonize the 666. Yes, they do. We talked about this before. Your skin color, your complexion, your skin is made out of carbon-12. And when you look up carbon-12 on the periodic table, it has 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. Okay? That is what our skin represents. Now these motherfuckers, they ain't got no goddamn carbon-12. They got pheomelanin. Right? Whole pheomelanin. That shit means you got animal melanin. Your shit is the same as a motherfucking K9. You shave the hair off a dog, throw that motherfucker in the sun, that shit gonna get some sunburn. You throw a Caucasian, ain't got no goddamn fur, throw it in the sun, sunburn, same shit. So they try to demonize our carbon by making us believe that 666 is evil when it is not. There's nothing evil about it. Okay? Nothing. So what we're going to be talking about is this. When we have our own textbooks, you see what they said? This is a little map. Okay? It's a map. And inside the map, there's a text. Okay? A text. Imagine your child was reading this in school. Imagine. A couple of our names. We have names like Malachi. Imagine you had a son, or if you have a son, Malachi. Your daughter was one of our names. Goddamn, who did I go to school with? I went to school with a couple Arianas. Or Brianna. I went to school with a lot of Briannas. Yes, I did. And imagine, I'm in a class, I'm in high school, Brianna, me, we both in high school, and the teacher tells us to start reading the textbook. And inside this, your brother named Malachi, it's a good name. But inside of this textbook, as we're reading it in the class, the teacher tells us to read. And inside of this, it says this. It says, the kingdom that we will now be talking about is the Kingdom of Temeri. You ever seen a book that say that? Thank you for the donation, thank you. Thank you for the gallons. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm following you, brother. Thank you. Imagine the textbook that you're reading in school says the kingdom that we descend from is the Kingdom of Temeri. How would that make you feel? How would that make all of your children? How would that make them feel? All of your youth. How would that make them feel? Wouldn't they be proud of themselves? Yes, they would. They would think to themselves like, I'm more than a slave. Every book that we read in class made us think that we were nothing but a slave. That's all it made us think. Okay? Even me growing up, my mom said this. She said, Tassim, obviously you're not doing well in school. My son, you have 2 choices. You either go to college, you either go to some rinky-dink college, or you join the military. Those are the 2 options I had when I graduated when I was 18. My mom gave me 2 options. I said, hell no, I ain't going to the goddamn military. I'm taking my ass to college. Right? I only had 2 options. But wouldn't new information and education keep our own people from joining their goddamn militaries? Because we know that they're the enemy. You said trade school? I ain't had no option to trade school. I only had 2 options, so we wouldn't even think about that. Because wouldn't new education stop us from joining their goddamn military? A lot of us are risking our lives to fight for them, but they stole our land. Just think about it. Motherfuckers stole our whole land, but we fighting for them so they can become more rich. Is that fair? Like, really? Is that fair? It's not. It's not. So I believe that having new education will stop our own people. It'll stop a lot of our men from joining and serving for them. Exactly. We are the gods. Exactly. That is exactly who we are. On the opposite end of the game. Exactly. So it'll stop a lot of us from joining their forces. And instead, they will join our forces. At the end of the day. You're in the medical field and you only want to help your people. Exactly. But they control the entire hospitals. They control it. You see what I'm saying? They really do. My teacher told me about this. He said what they specifically do, and I don't know how far I can get into it, but they want every single one of us taking pharmaceuticals. Okay? What that does is it numbs your ability to create. It numbs your emotions. It numbs your entire... It's numbing any motivation that you have, and it's making you want to do nothing. Okay? You say they didn't traders and turncoats do? Something like that. Yeah, but basically taking all of this medication, it numbs our ability to create. People in my family, they take headache medicine every day. Like it's natural. They take headache medicine like every day. Let me get some goody powder. That's what it's called. Goody powder. I've been seeing my mom do to take a goody powder. I'm like, yeah, every day? Really? Do we think that shit is natural? Or is it slowly hurting us day after day after day until we're no longer here on the planet? Yes, it keeps us in a perpetual state of confusion. Yes, it does. All this medication. What if we can stop that? What if we can have our own hospitals for our own people? Our own nurses and doctors, like we once had. We could have natural medicine. How would that make us feel if we had our own hospitals? You see? You could take natural medicine. That's not making you sick. How would that make us feel? Wouldn't we get a lot of stuff done? I think so. Imagine you in a hospital. Everybody in the hospital, they look like you. Everybody. You don't got to feel bad about yourself, because I know a lot of us be feeling bad about ourselves. How about healers? Yes. That's something good. How about we had our own healers? Yes. How about we were the gods again? Yes. Well, I'm here to say today we can get to that. Yes, we can. We can get to that. But the first step is, in order to get to that, we have to become educated with new education. New, complete education. New education. Not their education, our own. If you start building, it's called the self-image. If you make the person that you're teaching, if you make them feel as if they're powerful and that they can achieve some great things, they will go on to achieve great things. They will. You teach them that they are some great beings, some deities, some gods, and that they descend from the kingdom of Tamari. What they will do, they will grow up and they will accomplish them. They will accomplish that. But if you make them feel as if they are nothing but useless, worthless slaves, and that their life is meaningless, they will go on to accomplish that. A meaningless life. So the foundation of it the whole time was through the education. That's where it all started. Thank you, brother. Thank you, sister. That's where it all started, through the education. And if we can tackle the education, then we can fix everything else. Okay? There's a saying, and it says you have to get to the root of the problem in order to solve everything. If you get to the root of the sickness, you can cure the sickness. The sickness the whole time, look, because here's the truth. If they decided one day that they just going to start getting rid of the Tamaritans, they just going to start wiping us out, right? We would not allow that to happen. We would retaliate. And it would be a full-scale war. So instead, they had to do it slowly. They said, we know that we cannot do that, but we can have a different tactic. We're going to make them sick with the medication. They won't know. They'll believe it's a medication. They won't believe that it's us the whole time. All right, so this is what they call invisible wars or the silent war. Poisoning our water. You turn on the faucet, right? You got chlorine coming out of the faucet, making you sick. Fluoride. That's part of the silent war because they knew if they just went with a gangster war, we would have been like, hell no. So they had to go at it a different way. A silent war. Right? The education is part of the war. The music is part of the war. That's why they're promoting all of the nonsense. It's part of the war. But the education is where it starts at. Right here. If we can fix this, then we can fix everything. Okay? If we educate 5 million of our own people, then we can fix everything. And that's what I'm saying today. So, as I open up this, I'm going to show this to you. Okay? For the ones who are not able to purchase the $29 paperback, if you can't get this, you can get this for $9 on your either computer or your phone. Okay? Who these people look like? You see our beautiful ass people? Don't you see how don't we look beautiful as a motherfucker? Like look at us. Ain't we beautiful? I made the entire cover because I have learned how to use Photoshop. I've been using it since I was 15. I knew how to use Photoshop. That's 9 years. I've been doing it. Thank you. Imagine we had this. Our own. Look at this. Digital too. We finna be crushing their ass. This book will not only be in English, but it'll also, and this is where they scared at. I have it already translated in the language of Swahili. You like, what the fuck with Swahili? What type of shit is that? Motherfucker think about Swahili. Who over there in Swahili? Right? We also will have it translated in Creole. Haitian Creole. Motherfuckers really gonna be freaking out. I gotta tap the screen. They said I was inactive. Let me tap the screen. There we go. Imagine the whole shit is in Haitian Creole. I don't speak no Creole. I don't speak it. But we could hire somebody to do it. That also costs money. Imagine all of the Haitians are... Okay, there we go. We made it back up here. Let's promote it to our people. They really be doing this again. Let me see. Let me share it with my sister and my brother. And we all right, there we go. We made it back into the live. There we go. We're gonna promote this live again. They do this every time. Look, we have to block all of them. Every time we're going crazy in the lives, they report it and they try to get us taken down. They try to report it. They said misinformation. Crazy. Okay, there we go. Let's bring our people back into live. Let me see. I'm sharing it to all of our chats. My brother, after this live, I'm going to get you into the Discord. We need all of our people to get up into our Discord. So we can communicate with each other. Thank you. We have to communicate with our people. Let me see. Are we able to? My man, let me see. Let's get him up out of here. Thank you, moderator. There we go. My brother. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Nakarum? Is it Nakarum? Am I pronouncing it right, brother? They're talking about we the Buffalo Soldiers. They talking about we both. We the Indians and the soldier. We every goddamn thing. Yeah, well, we got a Buffalo Soldier. Your name. I'm like, if you could be afraid of me all you want. Let's get more of our people back up in here. They reported the live. They tried to shut the Tamaricans down. We will never stop. Okay? There's nothing that you can do. We are powerful and we are uniting. The Tamaricans are uniting. That is what they are afraid of. We are the Tamaricans. We're coming together. They said we can't come together. That's the hell we are. We coming together right now. You see what I'm saying? Yes, we are. We never back down. Exactly. Never. This is my family. My man said Mormon. I am not a Mormon. I'm a Tamarican. Two different things. A Mormon is a religion. Tamarican is a nationality. That's what that is. Exactly. Yes. It's two different things. You could go if you want to join. You could join the motherfucking Mormons in their live. You join them. What you up in our shit for? Like, is y'all boring or something? Grand Rising family. We had to restart the live again because we was going crazy. They said, shit, we got to take them down, man. He said, I am appropriating. You motherfuckers been appropriating the whole time. They didn't tell us that First Nation actually comes from Europe and they are hired. We specifically found that shit out. We was like, these motherfuckers is hired by it's a corporation located in Europe. And they're called the Corporation of Colonization of the West. Well, that was similar to the name. These motherfuckers came from whole Europe, formed a corporation, came onto our goddamn land. And then they said, look, we're going to take over the land. Then we're going to keep them all asleep. Now we waking up. And now they running. They're scrambling around. They're like, oh, shit. Damn, what's going on? They don't want me telling facts. My man is talking. Let me see. He said they don't want the truth to come out. The truth is coming out, whether they like it or not. We're going to bring it out. Yeah, so what we were saying before they interrupted our live and joined our session, we didn't even invite their ass. We said this. This is what we created for our people and our future generation. We wrote a textbook for us. This is the first generation textbook. It's in the physical right here, paperback. And it's in the digital, on the computer, on the laptop, or on the tablet. You're on the tablet scrolling. You could be reading this to your children. And you could be reading together. Right? Sitting at the table reading. And we said that right now it is in English, but this is also going to be in Haitian Creole. I said we're going to hire somebody to translate the whole goddamn thing to Haiti. And just think about it. Imagine motherfuckers in Haiti is reading the book that say this planet was stolen from black people. Imagine motherfuckers in Haiti reading this. They talking about Haiti so dangerous they got all the gang violence. Imagine motherfuckers reading this in their whole class. They reading the textbook that say this planet was stolen from black people. You think that they would allow these motherfuckers to be on their land? Just think, imagine we got our brothers and sisters in Haiti reading this. Because I was in a whole lot, motherfuckers didn't speak no English. They spoke Creole. And I'm like, damn, I don't understand shit. I don't understand anything. Look, matter of fact, Caucasian, we finna get your ass up out of here. We gave you too many goddamn chances. This motherfucker in our whole goddamn life. Let's get his ass up out of here. Boom. And then let's mute his ass. All right. He's gone. Goodbye. Got his ass up out of here. We've been too generous. Allowing these people to come into our private spaces. Grand Rising, my brother Relly. It's a pleasure to see you. Grand Rising, Chief Ralph, my brother. Yes. They have asked, okay, they said, what is the next action plan? I know many of our people speak Spanish, right? They live in the islands. Maybe if you live in Cuba, if you were one of us, we are only us, not the mixed motherfuckers. Only, you gotta be 100%. All right? We ain't mixed up in here. 100%. If you're 100%, you live in Cuba, we're going to translate this to Spanish. Okay? Because I know you people, my people over there, you speak Spanish. Right? I speak Spanish as well. So I can say, allá, en la tierra de Cuba, solo de las personas solamente habla español y nada más. That means the people in Cuba, they only speak Spanish and nothing else. Right? So I said, we've been translating the whole shit to Spanish. That facts got, we don't do no interracial mixing. Exactly. We don't do that shit over here, man. We ain't doing that. So we finna bring the bloodlines back. These are the royal bloodlines. We have to bring that back. So we said this. The next step is this. It starts off with, if we educate our youth, our next generation, Okay? We align together. Generation Alpha. By the time Generation Alpha, they 18, 19 years old, they finna take the whole shit back. The whole thing. They did the same shit in Africa. African countries, they said their whole president is a sellout. There's a country in Africa called Ivory Coast. They said the motherfucker's a whole sellout. But the generation, the new generation, they said, look, we finna get rid of this motherfucker. They had something called a coup. They did this with many of our kingdoms, a coup. Okay, they said, motherfuckers sell out, get his ass up out of office. So all the young people, they said, look, we finna get his ass. They grabbed his ass, put his ass in a goddamn, in a duffel bag. Motherfucker is shaking, oh no, please. He's asking these white ass people for some help. They got his ass. They said, we taking back the country, motherfucker. His ass, they allowed him to, they got rid of all his other helpers, but they allowed his ass. They put him in a duffel bag. They said, look, we have now got this motherfucker. The young generation, okay? Because once you reach that certain age, you now have man's strength. That is what they are afraid of. That's why they try to get rid of us at early ages. If you wonder why they are, I don't like the word unalive. I say getting rid of. If they try to get rid of our 15-year-old boys, they know that those boys are going to grow up into strong men. So they try to get rid of them early. Because they know once we get into that strong, oh yeah, so we going to have some problems. We grown now. We ain't finna take them ass whoopings no more. We got some strength. And they know that. They know that. We have strength once we reach that age. We now have become a man. So that's why they try to feminize us, make us feminine. Or try to get rid of us at an early age. Out of fear. That's what it's been all about the whole time, out of fear. They've been trying to get rid of us. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate you, my family. I appreciate you. So you have said, okay, what is the next step that we must do? Okay? If we're going to rebuild our kingdom, what is the next step? This is the next step. For many of you who are joining the live, you have not seen this, so I'm going to show you it again. This is the next step. Who these people look like? Right here. Who they look like? Don't they look like me and you? Who they look like? This is our race. This is our species. Who they look like? You see how beautiful we are? We got the goddess. We got the goddess right here. We got the little young guy right here. The goddess. All the goddess right here. The god. This is us. They try to make us believe that our hair was unattractive. If you are one of the goddesses up in here, I want you to know that your hair is the most beautiful on the planet, and I absolutely love your hair. So beautiful. I love it when you all wear your hair. They have tried to make us believe that our hair was ugly. You see? Exactly. Our hair resembles nature. Yes, it does. So that is the purpose of education. I don't know if we have any books that exactly say that our hair represents nature. Could you name me a book that the children are learning that says their hair represents nature? Any book, any textbook that we was reading in school where it says our hair was made from nature. There's not a single one. You see what I'm saying? Not a single one. You are welcome. You are welcome, my sister. You are very, very welcome. We have to do this, so I have to do this for us. You are very welcome. Thank you for sharing the live with 5 friends. I appreciate you. More than 5 friends. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate you. Yes. But yeah, our hair represents nature. Imagine being a young youth. When I was in the 4th grade, because I imagine we got the 4th grade students and they are learning that their hair is the same as nature. Now here's like spring. Thank you. Imagine. Wouldn't we start to love ourselves? Wouldn't we? I'll tell you what they said about me when I was younger. This is what I was told. I grew up in California. I was born in Georgia, but I grew up in California. That's why I talk the way that I do. Okay? And when I was in school in California, I was in 7th grade, 13 years old. 7th grade, 13 years old. And I had a group of friends. These were our own people, but we was all brainwashed at the time. And they told me, they said, Tassim, they said, why your skin so dark? I'm like, what you mean? It's just my goddamn skin. And they said, motherfucker, no, your skin is dark. They say, your ass is from Africa. I'm like, shit, does my dark skin really mean I'm from Africa? Is that what it means? And then they said, when later on in the years, I turned 15 years old, I was in high school. I was on the video game, and I had a group of people that I was associating with. I thought they were my friends. They were not. But this is what they said to me. They said, Tassim, they said, yo, mama, why are you so goddamn dark? Like, what the fuck is wrong with your goddamn face? Your skin dark as shit. This is what they told me. They said, matter of fact, they said, it was a day where your mama, she put your ass in the oven, and she just turned that bitch on. She forgot that your ass was in the goddamn oven, and that's how your skin got like that. And I'm like, damn, and it hurt. When they said that, they said, shit, my mama left my ass in the oven. So I hopped off the game, started crying. I'm like, damn, I wish I had a lighter skin color. I used to say that. Because obviously, my skin color, they taught me that my skin color is from Africa. Made me not like myself. Made me hate my own skin. And I'm not the only one. It's the same for many of our youth. They dislike their skin, so they try to bleach their skin. Because they have made us believe that our skin makes us an African slave. Exactly. Dark skin does not equate to the Africa. Exactly. It does not. People don't even know Kenya and Ethiopian. Exactly. That's true. That's true. But that is what we're taught, and then we're made fun of. I was made fun of it. They call me African booty scratcher. You know, we say African booty scratcher. They say, yeah, yo motherfucking ass. They say, you came from the bottom of the slave ship. This is what they told me. And I said, man, I wish I had lighter skin. I said this growing up. And in the process of writing this book, I realized this. I said, we have a way to make our people love their skin once again. Letting them know that their skin comes from this land and not from Africa. And what we have to do is we have to put them on the cover of the book. I want you to look at the skin colors of everybody on this book. I could probably show you on the computer. You'll see it better. I want you to look at their skin color. I want you to tell me if you see anybody light on this goddamn, on the front of the book. Right? Now this is the book right here. And this is, we can zoom in. Okay? Do any of them, these Tamericans, do they got some light skin? Or they got some goddamn dark skin? We did this shit on purpose. When I was designing, I said we finna do this on purpose. Look at our skin color. You see what I'm saying? If you are now represented in the books in a positive light, wouldn't we start to love ourselves? When we used to watch the TV, they only used to show the light-skinned girls. So growing up, every single one of us used to like Beyonce or Nicki Minaj. It was like, damn, they beautiful. They never showed the dark-skinned girls. As a matter of fact, it was not allowed for them to show dark skin because it would empower us. Okay? Even the celebrities weren't even able to date a dark-skinned woman. So all of us grew up liking light skin. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate you all. All of us, every single one. But now we could change that around. Okay? Yes, we can. That starts off with our own book. We have to let us know that your goddamn skin complexion, that shit means that you got some carbon 12 up in your motherfucking skin. Carbon 12. And if I can show you a picture of my father if I got it. I don't know if I got it on my computer. My father, he died when I was 7 years old. Okay? 7 years old. That's when my father left the planet. Thank you. I need you all. I want you to get your copy so then you can see this. My father, yes, he left the planet when I was 7. And then my mom, she had to raise 5 of us. Right? So she had 3 sons, 2 daughters. She had to raise all of us. Every single one of us. I'm 7 years old. I'm like, damn, where's my dad at? He's gone. He left the planet. He's no longer here. I still think about my father today, every day. We got another one of these motherfuckers up here? Let's get them up out of here. We don't need no cavemen in our private spaces. Thank you. I have to do what I'm doing. Your father, he has 20 children? That's amazing. Dang. He's bringing forth more Tamericans, more Anunnaki to the planet. Here, let's get this person up out of here. We don't need them messing with our lives. They are always reporting our lives. Let's get them up out of here. There we go. All right, you're now blocked from the live. Dude, Pops has 12 children? Dang, that's amazing. We got 12 and 20. Where are my people from? Where are you guys from? Where were you born at? I was born in Decatur, Georgia. That's where I was born at. Decatur, Georgia. You said we need 2 to 3 wives to have a large family? But we live over here. I don't know if they're going to allow that. I don't know if our women are going to allow that. You said Empire to unite it all. You from Chicago? You born in Louisiana? That's amazing. This is our people. Born in Cobb, Georgia? Hey, that's amazing. We are national up in here. Ain't that something beautiful to see? Born in Haiti, but left to the USA for 17 years. So you was born in Haiti, but you left to America for 17 years. You miss Haiti. I want you to know, my family, this is also Haiti as well. You're like, what? What you mean? Ain't Haiti an island? No. They took the whole shit, separated us. A lot of powerful souls are from Georgia. Yes, that is true. A lot of powerful souls from Chicago. Yes, that's true. A lot of powerful souls are from Haiti as well. So what they did, and they also did the same thing in Africa, okay? When you look at European countries, okay? You look at European countries. If we talking about Great Britain, Spain, Italy, Ireland, none of these motherfuckers need passports. Nobody. They don't need no passports. They just go to the next country. But over here, we need a passport to go to goddamn Haiti. What type of shit is that? Ain't that shit right there? Let me see. I'm gonna say, look. Yeah, shit. Our men have to be stressed because these motherfuckers took our land. Ain't no reason to walk around with a smile like, geez, I'm happy. They took over my kingdom. Like, what is there to be happy about? I should not be happy about that. I should be angry and ready to rebuild my kingdom. That's what I should be. Ain't no reason to be walking around with a smile because these motherfuckers took over my whole shit. Ain't no happy about that at all. No, not at all. I appreciate my people. We are up in here. We are national. We in Chicago, Georgia, Haiti, and Louisiana. Where's the rest of y'all? Where are you guys from as well? Where were you born at? I love my people absolutely, 100%. Okay, I love you all. I love our people. I love our women. Very beautiful. You say, Creole is the mother language. Exactly. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that's what Creole is, the mother language. Yes, Creole came before French. These motherfuckers try to put their spin on it. They try to say that Creole came from French. No, they lied. French came from Creole. That's where it came from. I was looking it up. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers, they reversed everything. Everything. They done reversed it. Also, there's going to be some things that we're going to have in the future. One of the things is this. Do you know how they say that we have a little, what's it called? They call it African American vernacular. They say that's the type of English that we talk. It was like, what's your original language? I want you to know English is one of our original languages. Yes, it is. But we're going to change the name. That shit ain't no African American nothing. Okay? We finna change it to Tamerican English. You know how they got British English? We gonna have Tamerican English. So when we say finna and ain't, those words, that is Tamerican English. We're going to change the name. We're not gonna allow these motherfuckers to put no goddamn weak ass name on it. We ain't no African Americans, motherfucker. Where you get that shit from? Yeah, right. They try to claim African American VE. Like, we ain't finna walk around with that shit. We finna change it. This is Tamerican English. We need to get some power. It was Tamerican English the whole time. They just try to change it. Motherfuckers didn't teach us how to talk no English. They really had us all believing that we was incapable of reading. Welcome back, my sister. They kicked us off the live. They tried to report the shit. And we appealed it. We back up here. They try to make us believe that every single Tamerican was incapable of reading some goddamn books. Like we were just all stupid. Motherfuckers just didn't know how to read. We didn't know how to read nor write. We didn't know how to do nothing. And we was taught that. Yes, we shall stand up for our people. Yes, we shall. I'm here to tell you that we the ones that taught them English. We taught them how to read. We taught them language. Not the other way around. So we was the ones speaking English. We taught them that shit. They ain't teach us nothing. They came onto our land. You see what I'm saying? They came onto our land. They didn't teach us no English. English is a language that we were using to trade with one another. It's a simple trade language. Yes, we was using that shit. They just started learning English. Exactly. Exactly, yes. So we taught them English. They just try to twist it by, they control the books. And like I said, if you control the books, you can control the narrative. I want you to all to know that if you control the books, you control what is taught, then you control the narrative. And if we are to control the narrative, then we simply must write our own books. And that is what I started us off with today. Because all of our children, they gonna learn, this is Tamerican English. They ain't never gonna hear no African American nothing. They ain't gonna hear nothing, nothing about that. And you know how they said we got soul food? They call it soul food, right? We the only people in the world that doesn't have a food named after ourselves. We have to call that motherfucker soul food. You look at everybody else, they call it Jamaican food. They call it Mexican food, Haitian food. They call that shit Nigerian food, Kenyan food, South African food. But we left with some goddamn soul food. Wouldn't you want your food to be named after your own nation? Wouldn't that make you proud about yourself? I think collard greens is Tamerican food. So imagine we got Tamerican restaurants. And you say, shit, man, I need some goddamn Tamerican food. I'm tired of all this goddamn shit. Ain't nobody finna eat that goddamn food. Motherfucker, I need collard greens. I need some cornbread. I need some black eyed peas. I just cooked black eyed peas yesterday. We gonna call that Tamerican food. That's what we finna have. This is our food. It ain't yours. We created it. When you look up all of this food, they try to make it seem as if we started creating cornbread because we were some goddamn slaves. Get your lying ass on. We weren't no goddamn slave. We created cornbread because that's our natural food. That is what we eat. I'm over here in the whole Africa. I visited Africa for a little bit. And I'm like, damn, the motherfuckers ain't got no goddamn soul food. Like, where the shit at? They got goddamn, that shit is called pop. They eat their food with their hands and shit. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not finna do that. I don't be eating my food with my hands. It ain't no offense against y'all. I use forks. Like, let me get some goddamn rice. Let me get some forks and some collard greens, some cabbage, some lima beans. That's what I need. That is my Tamerican food. That's our food. So simply, we are going to change the name. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you, my family. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. We're going to change the name to Tamerican food. It's going, and you could be in any country. It don't matter, because I know a lot of our people like to travel. So imagine, let's say a couple of us, we want to go to Jamaica. We go to Jamaica and we say, hey, I need to go to the Tamerican spot. And like, where that say? Hey, it's 2 miles away. I need to go to the Tamerican spot. Let me get some collard greens, man. That's my food. Let me get an iced tea. Let me get some peach drink. Right? What else are we eating? We be eating Philly cheesesteak. Shit, let me get a Philly cheesesteak. That's Tamerican food. We invented all of that. You see what I'm saying? We invented that. That's our food. We trying to bring that back. So we have to bring the power back to our name. The Kingdom of Tamari, we are going to make that worldwide. They will no longer call us African Americans, because motherfucker, that's not us. We ain't never been for no goddamn Africa. You just gave me the cord. Thank you for the cord. Thank you for the cord. We ain't never been for no goddamn Africa. We've been from Tamari the entire time. Thank you for liking the live, my family. Thank you. We have been from right here. And they say, oh my goodness, black Americans, they do too much. They talk so loud. Well, shit, we talk so loud because we the motherfucking best. We are amazing. We have to know that. He's like, listen. We are amazing. We really are. And we are very beautiful. Our people are so goddamn beautiful. Yes, we are. Our beautiful goddess is the most beautiful on the goddamn planet. Absolutely gorgeous. I want you to know that we love you all. We are everything. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And we simply have to bring that back. Okay? Actually, if any of you want to create a restaurant, join our Discord. I need everybody inside of this live. I need you to DM me. DM me saying the word Discord or community. If you DM me saying the word community, I'm going to invite you to our Discord channel. We're now going to start supporting Tamerican-owned businesses. This man over here coming here trolling. We got some motherfucker named Garcia up in this motherfucker. Garcia, you can join your own shit. We ain't got nothing to do with whatever you got going on. You want to make some cornbread cakes? We need that. You have to bring cornbread cakes to the world. Yes, we do. So if you're trying to start a restaurant, we need to really start having some Tamerican restaurants. They ain't gonna see that shit coming. They gonna be like, damn, it just popped up out of nowhere. I guarantee you that the name Tamerican is going to be everywhere. And once that shit is everywhere, that makes us a goddamn nation. Only for our people, exactly. Yes. Let me get some goddamn, I need some water. Later on. Only for our people, exactly, yes. Even because you think about grits. A lot of us ate grits. When you look at the rest of the world, they don't eat no goddamn grits. They don't eat grits. They're like, what the hell is grits? I've never seen that in my life. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't know what grits are? They're like, that's our food. You want some rice and beans? We need that. We need rice and beans. We need red beans and rice. Don't we be at the Popeyes? Every time we have Popeyes, we say, hey, I need some red beans and some rice. They should be good as hell. Watermelon. Yes, we do need some goddamn watermelon. We could put the goddamn, sometimes we be putting salt on the watermelon. We be putting lime, lemons, squeezing it, making that shit delicious. You see, let's do it. That's what we need. That is what we need. Yes, we have to seeded watermelon. That is what we need. Every time we eat watermelon, it's replenishing our body, but making it back to its original state. This is how we start getting our spiritual powers back. When we start eating our natural foods, we can really start using telekinesis and telepathy. Start communicating without even talking. But we got to eat our natural foods. You say you just planted your own watermelon sprouts in the backyard? I am proud of you. Hey, good job, my family. Yeah, that is fantastic. Growing our own watermelons again. We need new farmers, new restaurants. So that is what we are looking forward to doing. We're going to change the name of everything. This is not no African American English, motherfucker. This is Tamerican English. That's what it is. This shit ain't come from no goddamn Africa. That shit came from right here, Tameri. These people did not teach us English. We taught them English. They just controlled the books. So they controlled the narrative. And simply what we're going to be doing is we're going to control the narrative ourselves. That's what we're going to be doing. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate all of my family. I appreciate you all. All right, so that's what we're here to do today. So like I said, when we talk about our own textbook, it's not just words. It talks about, let me show you a little bit. Could you see this? If you could see this, it says at the top, it says week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Inside of this, I believe that we should have is something like 14 weeks. 14 weeks, you're going to have different information through every week for our next generation. Right? 14 weeks. Or we could have more than that. Might be even 20 weeks. But every single week, we're going to be learning something different. And what it says right here, week number 3, it says geography. I want you to see this. Geography right here. I could probably pull it up on the computer. But week number 3, it says geography. It's backwards on the screen. But in geography, it says this. It says the country that we live in is anciently known as Tameri. And then it says Tameri was renamed to the USA after the war. Now, who gonna teach us that? Who gonna teach us that they renamed our whole land to the USA and it shit was called Tameri at the beginning? For the jump. Who gonna teach us that? Yeah, that is why New York told us exactly. You had dreams and premonitions, and I believe that we should all come together and help our dreams become a reality by supporting Tamerican-owned businesses. Support Tamericans every day. We say, oh shit, you a Tamerican? Hey, let me support you. Let me throw you a couple dollars. Hey, let me buy some food. You know what I'm saying? Let me buy some watermelon, because if you finna be a farmer, hey, let me get some of them. Let me get some sweet potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Sweet potato pie, that's our shit. Right? Whole sweet potato pie, that's what we be eating. My grandparents, they had a garden. A lot of our grandparents or my great uncle, great aunt, in the summertime, every day they would have us outside. My great uncle, he was at the time 80 years old and I'm 7. He said none of the men can be inside. He said the whole day your ass has to be outside I'm like, damn. But my sisters, they was allowed inside. He said, because you're a man, you have to get strong, get some strength. Some pecan pie, exactly. So he said this. So what they would have us doing is at 6 o'clock in the rising, 6 o'clock, me and my great aunt, she said, we finna go outside and we finna pick some goddamn green beans. We finna pick some green beans and lima beans. I'm like, man, ain't nobody want to do that. But I ain't had no choice. So she had her little hat. She had me. And we was up in there picking some goddamn lima beans. I'm over there and I see her. We picking okra. You know, a couple of us, we like okra. I was in that motherfucker picking okra. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. But that's what we was doing. These are our natural foods. Picking okra, lima beans. They had tomatoes, grapes, pecan. They had a pecan tree. Like you said, pecan pie. They had a pecan tree. They had grapes with seeds. I'm like, damn, they got grapes with seeds? Yes. Big old giant grapes with seeds. Apricot trees. Apple trees. Ain't no motherfucking Native American ever had no goddamn apple tree. So what the fuck they know about the land? They don't know nothing. I ain't never seen none of their ass having big ass gardens like we had. So how the hell they gonna say that this is their land? Motherfucker, you don't even got a garden. Get your lying ass on. Work with the whole enemy. Trying to keep us asleep. The whole time. We the only ones that had gardens. Every day we had to go pick some goddamn corn. My whole family, we had our own corn and shit. I saw the squirrels biting at the corn. And they said, Tassim, look, go get you some corn. We finna go cook that inside the house. Let me see. What one of them saying? We got another one of these goddamn Siberians up in here. Why are you here? They are afraid. They said, get ready for war. All right, get ready for war. Pull out your weak ass bow and arrow, your fucking war, your fucking shit. Pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Pull it out if you want. Go get your weak ass chief. Nobody gives a damn about his ass. Motherfucker about 79 years old. Not your war. It is your war. Since you up in here, go get your goddamn chief. He in New Mexico on a reservation. You see what I'm saying? Go get his ass. They always up in our shit. Always. Motherfucker with Rico's on his goddamn face. He old as shit. Thank you for kicking him out the live. Exactly. Our ancestors have something for them. Exactly. But just think about that. Did any of you, any of my Tamericans, any of y'all had family members or grandpa, grandma, great auntie? Did any of them have farms? Like a farm? Because I know my family, we had like a couple acres of land. And they had us picking from the garden. Exactly. Let me know what kind of vegetables and fruits was y'all, picking and stuff. Like, they really had us believing that they invented all of the farming. No, we invented all of the farming. That's ours. That's how you know that this is our land. It don't take a rocket scientist. My mom used to always say that. She said, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. We pick peas. Exactly. We had peas. Some of us had carrots. My great uncle, he had pumpkins. Any of y'all had pumpkins or watermelon, squash? We had squash too. Jamaica, the children of the corn, it's a Creole name. Exactly. This is our traditions. So when they say that we ain't got no traditions, we're like, get your lying ass home, motherfucker. This is our shit. You like corn, sweet potatoes, purple onions, and squash? Exactly. That's what we had. We got another one up in here. Like, they always up in our private space. Those are the things that we had. We had the squash. My mom, she brought up something that some of us had pomegranates. And then she said rutabagas. Any of y'all know what a rutabaga is? I remember my mom cooking rutabagas. She said, Tassim, you want some? I'm like, hell no, I want to get the rutabagas. She said, you have to acquire a taste for them. And I'm like, I don't want to. But these are the things that we had. We had the okra, the squash, the black eyed peas, the peas, the corn. We had the watermelon, tomatoes, the apples. A lot of us apple trees, peach trees, apricot trees. What other things do we have? We had everything. And by us being the ones who had the gardens, that's how you know that we are the ones who the land belongs to. Thank you for blocking them. I appreciate you. Let me see. We had everything exactly. That's how you know that this is our land. Exactly. We are the Aboriginal American Indians. Yes, the hell we are. Yes, we are. Right? And that's how you know. All you have to do is think about it. Who are the ones who had the gardens? You ever seen one of their ass have a garden? 5 acres of land? They had their own garden, growing every goddamn thing. Every summer, my great uncle, he used to have a corn, and he used to grind it up, and we would make fresh grits and cream of wheat. Right? These are our food. We had cream of wheat. I'm in the whole Africa. I'm like, motherfuckers in Africa, they do not have collard greens. Like, damn, where the shit at? So that's how you know that shit didn't come from over there. It came from over here. Let me see. We got one of them. He's talking about he got a garden. The only garden that they have is one tree. They got one tree, and that's a motherfucking lime tree. Right? Lime tree and orange tree. They have the in California. I be seeing that all the time. They got 2 trees, and that's it. They ain't got no land. Talking about a garden. That's not a garden. All right? That's a goddamn tree. That's it. That's not a garden. Garden, you got to have multiple. Exactly. They're trying to do everything in their power, but they cannot do anything. This is our land. And that's how you know. All you have to do is ask, who are the ones who had the giant gardens? You will find out that was all us. We are the farmers. And we're going to do it again. So I just wanted to let you all know that. Okay? I say this from the beginning. Thank you for blocking them. If we control the education, then we control the narrative. Okay? If we control the education, then we control the narrative. That's where it starts. Our ancestors are not from Africa, exactly. If we control the education, then we control the narrative. So I say in the year of 2025, let's start controlling the education. If you are in this live, I need you to DM me the word community. Or you could type the word community. I'm going to invite you to our private community that I created for our people. Private community for us. Okay? That is what we need. Our own private communities. We talk amongst each other and we help and support American-owned businesses. Let me send you all a message. Thank you for typing the word community. I'm going to DM you, my sister. The word community, I'm going to DM you all. Let me see. If I can do it now. I need to DM you all the word community. All of my family. I probably gotta write your names down. I need to start writing names down. Because I don't know if we could do that right now on the live. I'm going to invite you all to our community. I gotta remember you. If you can, let me see. If you can DM me. Yeah, DM me the word community. I'm going to invite you all to our private Discord channel, our private group. Yes, I will. And every time we go live, and eventually in the future, we're going to be going live with more of our Tamericans. Right? It won't just be me, it'll be more of us. And we're going to be talking about what we're going to start doing for our people so then we could build the kingdom once again. Okay? That's what it's all about, rebuilding our kingdom. Thank you for liking the live. Yes. DM me the word community, and I'm going to invite you to our private Discord community. Okay? That is the first step. First step is we have to separate. Separate from them. We have to. It's important. Very important. Your son, the woman that he marries should be a Tamerican woman or it's any woman who's our species. But we not finna marry outside the goddamn bloodline. We ain't doing that shit. Like, hell no. We done learn from our mistakes. You see? Didn't we learn that? As soon as we start marrying these motherfuckers, now we're screwed. They done messed up the whole bloodline. You see? Exactly. That's what we're going to have to do. We have to. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. A lot of them, they say my forehead. All of that. They try to make it seem as if it's a joke or something. Now, I want you to know that if you have a tiny head, all right, a tiny head, a small ass head, that means that you have nothing going on inside your head. That means that you're a fucking idiot. And I want you to know, do you want to really go around your whole life knowing that you are an idiot? Is that what you motherfucking want? Right? You ain't got nothing in your shit. Nothing. Zero. That's how you know you have no intelligence. And I just want you to know that. And by you having no intelligence, I want you to know that means that you didn't create anything. You didn't build no buildings, nothing. You didn't build this. Motherfucker build a teepee. A motherfucking, a dog can build a teepee. I train his ass. He can build a teepee in about 2.5 seconds. So obviously that shit don't take no goddamn work. Right? Exactly. They wasn't building this. Was they building palaces? Hell no. It was just us. I could train a goddamn a chimpanzee. That motherfucker built that. He built that teepee real quick. That shit don't take no effort. So that's how you know that this is not their land. Their land is over there, far, far away in Siberia. Like, take your ass over there. Let's get this motherfucker up out of here. Motherfucker says, Zesty, I will destroy and eliminate you. Ain't no motherfucker Zesty up in this motherfucker. And nobody know what you talking about. They are from the caves. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All of that Zesty stuff was invented by the Caucasian. We are not Zesty. We don't do that bullshit over here. All right? So, that is to let you all know that. Hey, let's get them up out of here. Because usually what they do is they try to report the live every time. Like they did last time. Every time we be going back and forth, they be trying to report our shit. Right? So let's get their ass up out of here. Let me see. There we go. Boom. There we go. There we go. All right. Their ass is gone. Do we got another one up here? Let me see. There we go. There we go. There we go. They up out of here. There we go. I appreciate you all for the likes. We're going to be having more lives. We might be, well, what time is it? 3? We should be going live later on, but with people. Because we are now uniting together. We're uniting as the Tamericans. And as we wrap this up, I'm going to play this for you all. I want you to know that we are the revolutionary generation. That is who we are. We are the revolutionaries. And it's time to become that once again. Let me see if we can play it together. We're going to play the whole, the anthem. We're going to have a little anthem for us. This is for our people. This is now the return of everything that we did in the 1960s. We finna do that shit again times 1,000,000. That is what they feared. This is a different day and time. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our fists in the air. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna put our fists in the air. This is what we're gonna say. This is what we're gonna do together. Oh, I know. Revolutionary. This is what I'm gonna say. I believe I'm gonna die, dude. Many of our people have said this. I'm going to play the anthem, but they have said this. They have said, if you are the age of 20, if you've been called to do an assignment and you say, I'm too young to die, then you are dead already. That's what they have said. You cannot fear anything. If you are a man, you are supposed to be fearless. That is our job. Fearless. Our men have to be fearless because we have to protect our women. That is our job. So we're going to play this together. I believe I'm going to die. We're going to play this together. That's from the bloodthirsty play. We're going to play this together. We're going to say this together. Let me see if I can find it. I got to find the part. This is what we're going to say. This is what we're going to say together. Ready? We're going to all say, we're going to raise our fists and we're going to say, I am a revolutionary. That is what our people knew in the 1960s, and we're bringing it now back in 2025. I need everybody to repeat after me. Repeat after me. I am a revolutionary. A revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. I am revolutionary. I am revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. I am revolutionary. That's how we end this talk. I appreciate all of my Tamericans. We are going to be doing this again. I appreciate you all. We are revolutionaries. We are the Tamericans. I love you all. Grand Rise of my family.